Hello and welcome. Today I want to share with you my own personal experience. When I was in class, I was trying to teach a particular concept and the student didn't seem to understand. So I thought, why don't I make a video and then put it on YouTube? But I had a challenge. This video would involve me showing them how to use the protractor, how to orient it in order to measure a certain degree, maybe to measure a normal, to identify certain angles. I had a bit of challenge with that. So I was thinking of how to mount my webcam as I usually do so that I can capture that, and then I do it in, I capture that particular video. And then it was like, why don't I try out and go online and see whether I can get a software that can help me to do the same without actually having to mount the actual camera. So I went online, I put in a few search terms, and in popped this video, this particular software that is so amazing. I was able to get a protractor. Like you can see right now, I have a protractor whose size I can be able to change, whose orientation I can be able to change. It also gave me a ruler. It gave me a compass. I'm able to draw circles the way I want. You can see, for example, over here, if I want a circle of, let's say the radius is how many centimeters, I just need to put my ruler here and I would be able to orient it the way I want. That would be the center of the circle. And I want a circle whose radius is, let's say, 7 centimeters. I can be able to measure it there. And you can see even as I measure it on the ruler here, it also shows me here the radius. And then I take it to the point where I want to draw the circle. And you can see my protractor gives me a perfect circle. When I landed on this, I was so excited, and that is why I want to share with you this software so that you can also be able to use it for whatever purpose. Maybe you're in class and you want to teach a concept like that, or any other concept out there that requires you to go from one student to the next. So you can be able to put this to connect your computer to a projector and have them view on a big screen where you have 20, 40, or even 50 students watching that screen, and you'll be teaching that particular concept step by step to all the 50 students. Because you can imagine the amount of challenge you would have if you were to go from student to student, explaining to them how to use that particular protractor, how to orient it so that you can measure a particular angle. You can just imagine if your class has 50 students or it has 60 students. Some of the students would not be able to follow along with you because it's not possible for you to explain to every student in a single lesson. But if you have something like this, you put it on a projector, all the students will be able to learn that particular concept first time, once, and you will only remain with a few who have got extreme challenges with it. So I want to share with you this particular software. I've not used it at all. The moment I installed it in my computer and went to the various applications that it has, because it has got more than just these applications. Have a look at all these applications. There are very many of them. Like, for example, this magnifier here. This magnifier is fantastic. I just put it here when I'm just imagining how I can use it in conjunction with a projector. And I want some small details on this display, and I want to magnify it. Have a look at that. Look at the way it magnifies that number, 150. Look at the way it magnifies the divisions. And I can be able to increase even the magnification much, much further. So as I rotate this line here, you can see I'm able to magnify that. How fantastic is that this software is simply fantastic. I haven't used it for long. In fact, I've just used it for a few hours, and you can see it just took me a very short time just to get it to do exactly what I was teaching. I was teaching a concept that requires the students to measure an angle that we refer to as an angle of incidence. So when I was looking at this software, I was just wondering, now, how do I get to draw maybe a glass block? So the software gave me shapes, and I wanted maybe a rectangle, and here I have the rectangle. I'm able to make the rectangle as big as possible. And of course, now I've crowded my whiteboard. Let me remove some of the things that I have here that I do not need for now. Let me reduce the size of the protractor. See how fantastic that one is. I might need a ruler. Fine. Okay, I do not want to put this one away, because by the way, that particular compass, when I was looking at it and trying to manipulate it around, a certain concept came in mind. We usually teach this particular concept of interference, of circular waves. And when you are drawing that on a piece of paper, on a whiteboard, it usually gives me a lot of problems. Now I've got the solution to this. And I want to challenge you out there. When you get a problem, when you get a challenge in class, don't let it just go out like that, because online somebody has thought of it, of a software, maybe to address something else, but you can be able to get this software and be able to manipulate it around until it does what you want it to do. You're showing creativity and innovation. So I want to challenge you. Don't just allow challenges to go just like that. There is a solution for nearly every problem that you might be having. So over here, I saw that I could be able to get a glass block, and now I can make a video showing my students how to draw a normal at a particular point. The normal will be a line which makes 90 degrees with a boundary. Okay, this one may be new to those students, to those teachers who don't teach physics, but this software has more than, is not only meant for physics teachers or mathematics teachers or science teachers. I believe it is meant for much more than that, because even as I was looking at the applications which are there, these applications here, I saw one here, the Google Maps. You could be able to insert a Google map here. Maybe you're teaching geography and you find that maybe when it comes to navigation, it comes to landscapes and all that, the Google map can be very useful. All these applications, I am sure they are meant for a specific purpose. Even calculators we do have there. Even applications which allow us to plot graphs. All I need to do is type the function over there. Once I type the function, it plots the graph. I believe this is what it can be able to do. I will investigate more about this software, and then I'll get back to this space and show you the possibilities that it has. So I was explaining, I was able to get this glass block, draw the normal. Now I can be able to draw, to measure a certain line from the normal just by turning this through a certain angle. Now the line that I would have drawn, because I believe this software can be able to give me straight lines, I will draw a line here that makes 90 degrees with a boundary, and then accurately draw an angle of 20 degrees, for instance. And if students have got a problem in seeing that, I can get the magnifier, put it there, make it large. Where do we use magnifiers? Biology. Think about maybe a tiny specimen. You've got a tiny insect from outside. Of course, one which is, or maybe a leaf. Yeah, a leaf, a tiny leaf. You take a photograph of it, I believe I can be able to import a picture from my computer into this software, and then I use the magnifier to look at it to make it big. Imagine what that can do in a biology classroom. You can use so many specimens out there. Get hold of your mobile phone, take pictures of the specimen, put them in a folder, and import them to this software. Like I said, I'm going to investigate a little bit more about it and see the features, more features that it has, and then I come back and share them with you. So don't fail to see my next video. And if you're new here in this particular channel, just subscribe so that the moment I upload a new video, you will be notified, and then you get to see what we are doing, or what new softwares are out there that can be able to help you to teach your favorite subject. And that is the function of this particular channel, just to help teachers be able to use ICT out there to bring out the best in their subject, to be able to deliver the content the way it was meant to be delivered. So subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. And if you're one of my members, I want to thank you very much for being a member of my channel, and I want to appeal to you. We want this channel to grow. We want it to reach more teachers. Why don't you just share some of the videos that I share with you? Just go to the sharing link, click on it, and then post it to whatever forums that you have, so that more teachers can be able to see these. When more teachers see these, they will come up with challenges. They will say, I have something which is even better than what is being shown on this particular channel. And then you'll benefit from that other teacher, or that other teacher can come up and ask a question which you were not able to ask, or see it differently from the way I see it. And therefore, you end up learning even more and more. So go right ahead, click that sharing button, share it with other teachers out there, and so forth. Now let me come back to this. Why was I looking for this? I was looking for this so that I can be able to make a video and put it on the students' YouTube channel. I've got a physics channel for my physics students. Maybe you could direct your students to that channel. The link for that channel, I've given it in the video description. Just go there. You can share it with your students, or when you are in class, you can just mention the name of the channel, which is, the name of the channel is Physics Video Tutorials. Physics Video Tutorials. Over there, I've dealt with so many physics concepts, and perhaps your students may be able to gain from that. The final challenge that I want to throw to you, if you're a teacher out there and you've not thought about moving your content from the hardcover into online platform, please think about doing that, because the world is changing very, very fast. And sometimes it is so frustrating when our students go online and the only teachers they get are teachers maybe whose accent they cannot even be able to understand, or whose content that does not go along with our syllabus here. So I want to challenge most of you out there, if you're able, just get a camera, start shooting videos. I can guide you in the process of how you make a YouTube channel. It will not cost you anything. And as you start loading these videos onto that channel, your students, when their students go online, they find you. Imagine how surprised they will be, how fantastic they will feel that their teacher is moving with the times. So that is my final challenge to you. Otherwise, I want to thank you for being a member of my channel, and I hope to see you tomorrow when I come up with something else, probably based on this new software. It's a fantastic software. Bye-bye.